He looked from inside that circle, right into my eyes. He said, no. He said, if I prayed for rain, rain could never happen. Because the moment we ask for something to happen, we have just acknowledged to the universe that it does not exist. Now, we've just affirmed that it doesn't exist. We've affirmed the very thing that we're praying to change. And I said, well, if you didn't pray for rain, what did you do? He said, when I closed my eyes, he said, I felt the feeling of what it feels like when it rains in our Pueblo village. He said, I smelled the smells of what it smells like when the rain rolls off the earthen walls of my Pueblo home. And I felt the feeling of my naked feet in the mud, and the mud is there because there's been so much rain. And I gave thanks of gratitude and appreciation for the rain that has already happened. We went into the nearest town, to Taos, New Mexico, and we had lunch. And by the time I got back up onto my property that afternoon, I saw something that we hadn't seen for a long time. Big black clouds came in over the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and by nightfall, it started to rain. And it rained and rained and rained. It rained all night. It rained all the next morning, the next afternoon. It rained and rained, and it didn't stop. It rained so much. The fields were flooded, the roads were flooded, cattle were stranded, and I called my friend David on the phone. And I said, David, what in the world is this? I said, this is a mess. I said, everything is just covered with rain. I said, it's flooding everywhere. And he was silent just for a moment. And he said, Greg, that's the part of the prayer the ancestors could never figure out. He said they could bring the rain, they couldn't tell it how much rain to bring.